What's up, Swig Squad? T with the Diva here. And I just come before you because I wanted to know if anybody is keeping up with this debacle that is of the Linda Hogan. Hulk Hogan's ex-wife, Linda Hogan, she got on a live looking a hot mess. And she's talking about how everybody deserted her and how nobody talks to her and how she couldn't make Terry come back and all this stuff. But because I used to love wrestling, y'all know I got three brothers, so I used to love Hulk Hogan, Junkyard Dog, Andre the Giant, Roddy Piper. I remember the 20-man over the top battle royal. I love WWE. I used to love wrestling. So I caught up. Well, also love Hogan. Hogan Knows Best. That was Hulk Hogan, a reality show. And I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with that show or watched it way back in the early 2000s. But Linda Hogan was dealing with one of Nick's best friends. Nick was the son. So Linda Hogan was 50 or 40 something dealing with a 20-year-old little boy. And Hulk Hogan had got spinal fusion surgery. He had all kind of screws and bolts in his back, and she was just dogging him. She was just really disrespectful, and it was really in his face. Where they had separated, and he would come over to the house, and she just was gallivanting the streets with this little boy. The daughter ended up coming out, and she was saying how, Brooke was saying, how she don't associate with her mom anymore, talking about how she was verbally abused and how she was manipulated as a kid. So Linda wanted to come back talking about how much she bought Brooke when she was little, and Brooke probably only had one whooping. Yeah, but Linda, was she verbally abused? Did you guys manipulate her? It's something, it has to be more to a childhood than buying things and not whooping somebody. So you have to think back to where she was being raised and how you were speaking to her, what you were saying to her. I don't think Linda is nobody's victim. And Hulk Hogan is on his third wife, and he has not looked back. And I don't feel no ways tired about Linda. Linda can keep looking a mess on her live and keep on trying to garner some sympathy from anybody who just don't know the situation. Because while I believe Hulk Hogan probably did put her through it, but she ain't no saint herself. So she probably got her lick back a couple of times, or time or two, or three or four. I don't feel sorry for her. She was on the TV. She did come back when Brooke made her statement, because Brooke said, I don't have anything to do with my parents. She just had her a set of twins, and she's married. And Linda was, crying about her not having a relationship with Brooke and don't know her grandkids and stuff. But once you cause these kids all this trauma, you gotta look back and take some self-inventory, and you have to think about what you did to these children when they were young. It couldn't all be good. It couldn't be grapes and rainbows, because if it was, she wouldn't be trying to separate herself from you and going radio silent on you. You wouldn't have to go on live snotting and crying looking like you got two black eyes. You have to look deep within and see, why would she not want to deal with you? But it was crazy. Hogan Knows Best. Nick was a mess. He kept getting DUIs. He ended up getting into an accident, and one of his best friends is still a vegetable. And he just kept getting it was just a mess. And I believe that those children, Nick and Brooke, I think they went through a lot. dealing with Hulk Hogan and his wife, because they did involve those kids in a lot of their foolishness. All right, Sweet Squad, let me know if anybody was into this, if anybody, was watching Hogan Knows Best back then, if anybody saw Linda online ranting and raving and crying and woe is me. And let me know if y'all saw this, Sweet Squad. All right, Tea with the Diva. Holla back.